This is today's cyber news for November 14th, 2025. You can also subscribe to the newsletter and view the archive of previous headlines at DailyCyber.news. Attackers are quietly draining accounts through simple hotel booking tricks. In a year-long campaign, a Russian-speaking group set up more than 4,000 fake hotel and travel websites worldwide. These spoofed sites mirror familiar brands and are linked from phishing emails that mimic real booking confirmations and payment reminders. That means travelers and employees using corporate cards can hand criminals full card numbers, security codes, and contact details without realizing it. For now, the campaign continues, so banks, hotels, and security teams must watch for new domains and suspicious travel charges. Cloud Research just pried open a worrying pattern. Investigators found that most companies on a leading artificial intelligence index had exposed access keys and secrets in public code repositories. Many of the leaks lived in old forks, personal projects, and forgotten branches that nobody actively monitored anymore. This matters because those credentials could let attackers copy private models, reach sensitive training data, or step into internal cloud environments. Right now, some firms are cleaning up and rotating keys, but others still have unclear processes for handling these disclosures. Fraudsters are quietly draining accounts through simple phone calls. In these scams, callers pretend to be bank or service staff, then walk victims through installing screen-sharing tools on their phones. Once they can see the screen, the attackers watch one-time passcodes arrive and guide victims to approve transfers or new devices. The result is that money moves out of accounts while the victim thinks they are being helped, not robbed. For now, the best defense is tighter education and monitoring because the tools themselves look like normal support software. Network edge devices are again under direct fire. United States cyber authorities have warned that a serious bug in WatchGuard Firebox firewalls is being actively exploited against internet-facing systems. The flaw lets remote attackers run code on the device without logging in, giving them full control over traffic and configuration. That matters because a compromised firewall can silently reroute data, open backdoors, and hide deeper intrusions from basic monitoring. Right now, patches and firmware updates are available, but many organizations still need to find each device and confirm it is clean. Ransomware crews are now aiming straight at virtual data centers. The Akira Group has expanded from encrypting regular servers to locking Nutanix virtual machine disk files, taking down many workloads at once. In a recent case, investigators saw attackers exploit a known vulnerability to reach the storage layer and scramble entire clusters. This matters because a single foothold can suddenly freeze a company's core applications from finance to operations, not just a few servers. For now, agencies and vendors have issued guidance and fixes, yet organizations must harden management paths and test restores for critical workloads. Federal cyber officials are now pushing agencies to fully clean up serious flaws in widely used Cisco firewall platforms. Investigators found that attackers could still take over edge devices even after earlier patches, because one new exploit chain survives reboots and partial upgrades. In practice, this means a compromised firewall can be quietly turned into a listening post that reroutes, filters, or clobbers traffic before it reaches internal networks. This matters because those boxes often guard virtual private network access and remote work, so a silent hijack undermines many other controls at once. Right now, agencies are being told to upgrade to fixed releases, hunt for signs of tampering, and pull any unfixable devices out of exposure. Across the criminal ecosystem, a major law enforcement push has just throttled several popular toolkits. Under the banner of Operation Endgame, investigators in Europe and other regions seized more than 1,000 servers and at least 20 domains tied to the Radamanthus InfoStealer, the Venom Remote Access Trojan, and the Elysium botnet. That infrastructure had been helping criminals siphon credentials, run remote control sessions, and rent out infected machines to other crews. The outcome is a temporary but meaningful loss of firepower for many phishing and ransomware operations, which matters because it can slow new compromises while defenders strengthen controls. For now, police are processing recovered victim data, notifying organizations, and watching for copycat services that try to fill the gap. An incident at the Washington Post has turned a spotlight on enterprise resource planning software risk. Attackers exploited an unknown flaw in Oracle business software and pulled personal and financial data for nearly 10,000 current and former staff, including bank details and salary information. The same zero-day vulnerability has hit dozens of other organizations that relied on the suite for human resources and payroll without realizing it could be pried open from the outside. This is important because it shows how one weakness in a shared back-office platform can expose identities, income data, and payment routes that fuel fraud and extortion. At the moment, Oracle has issued patches, investigations continue at affected firms, and victims are being notified, while monitoring and access reviews ramp up. On the hosting side, a bug in the Immunify antivirus scanner has quietly turned a defensive tool into a potential attack path. Researchers showed that crafted files could trick the scanner into running arbitrary commands on Linux servers that host many small and mid-sized company websites. Because this software often runs with high privileges on shared machines, one successful exploit can piggyback on the scanner and give attackers control over every site on that node. That matters for businesses who assume their provider's secure hosting label means these lower-level tools cannot be turned against them. Right now, a fixed version is available, but providers need to roll it out everywhere and check logs for unusual commands and new admin accounts on previously exposed servers. In the open source world, a self-spreading worm nicknamed Indonesian Foods has jammed the NPM package registry with junk. Automated scripts are cranking out more than 100,000 themed JavaScript packages that depend on one another, cluttering searches and dependency trees for developers. Today, most of the code appears to be noisy rather than outright malicious, but the same mechanism could be switched to deliver harmful payloads once it has enough reach. This matters because public registries are a backbone for modern software, and confused developers can accidentally pull in tainted components when they are under deadline. For now, security teams are urging organizations to tighten package allow lists, watch build logs for odd new dependencies, and mirror only vetted libraries into internal repositories. That's the Bare Metal Cyber Daily Brief for November 14, 2025. For more, visit baremetalcyber.com. You can also subscribe to the newsletter and view the archive of previous headlines at DailyCyber.news. We're back Monday. Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.